So I'm telling you right now, if your child were in that car, ended up using the gun, accidentally killing themselves or killing somebody else, you would be boo-hooing, asking for a GoFundMe page for a funeral. And then you're using cocaine, and then you can't stop using marijuana. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
What's up, y'all? Today we're back in Judge Boyd's courtroom with a tough one. A young mother pleads guilty to possession of cocaine, but insists she only has a marijuana problem and wants contact with her child. The problem? She was found with drugs, a firearm, and the child's father, all while the grandparents are doing the real parenting. Judge Boyd grants probation, but not without dropping some hard truths about parenting, addiction, and putting the child first.
All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, we're ready for sentencing. There's no reason not to.
All right.
Right from the start, Judge Boyd sets a serious tone. He warns the young mother, imagine if her child had been in that car with the gun and drugs, what could have happened? It's a gut-punching moment that reminds everyone in court what's really at stake, a child's safety. The judge's words cut deep, mixing tough love with frustration. Viewers, what would you feel if your own child was in that situation?
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. As far as the gentleman that no contact with, and I told the prosecutor at the end, he is the father of her child.
Mhm.
So there has to be contact. This is a situation where they were trying to, I guess, do a business that didn't work out too well. She does have a marijuana problem, not a cocaine problem, but she does have a marijuana problem. She's been smoking since 16. No cocaine though. That was for sale. I'd like the court to take into account and ask for 4 years instead of 5 years, lower the community service and probate the fine because she's court appointed and she has she's a single mom. She has no money coming in from.
The defense steps in, trying to paint a softer picture. The attorney says she's struggling, not with cocaine, but marijuana, and asks for leniency. He mentions she's a single mother, broke, and without proper support. But can financial hardship really excuse putting a child in danger? That's the question Judge Boyd silently leaves hanging in the air as he listens closely.
From the father, yes, on a permanent basis for child support. And so I asked the court's consideration in those matters.
All right. How old are you? Where's your child? All right. And how old is she? All right. So basically, the grandparents are taking care of the child. No, but do you and the father take care of her?
Yes.
All right. So how are you all taking care of a child when you're using marijuana and you all have all this cocaine in the vehicle and a gun? So I'm telling you right now, if your child were in that car, ended up using the gun, accidentally killing themselves or killing somebody else, you would be boo-hooing, asking for a GoFundMe page for a funeral. And then you're using cocaine, and then you can't stop using marijuana. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? All right. How often are you using marijuana?
Judge Boyd begins his questioning. He's calm but firm, asking the mother about her child, her habits, and how she plans to raise a child while surrounded by drugs and guns. The tension in the room builds as her excuses fall apart. The judge's concern shifts from punishment to responsibility. How can she truly be a parent when her lifestyle is a risk to her own child?
All right, so here's the thing. I'm going to grant your application for probation. I'm trying to discover what conditions to place for you. So how often are you using marijuana?
It's slowed down a lot. I wear some.
And what do you do for work? That's the new West telemarketing.
They do it at home, she says. I never heard of that, but maybe that's why they get so many hangups on my phone.
All right. And how far did you go in school?
When I was
All right, what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life? What's your dream job?
I wanted to work in the office. Like you said, she was 10.
All right. Well, what I can tell you is
Here, the emotional weight deepens. The judge points out that it's not just about drugs, it's about choices. He reminds her that grandparents are stepping in as real parents while she spirals. If your child had been in that car, he repeats, a haunting echo that hits like a moral hammer. Viewers, do you think she deserves another chance, or has she crossed a line?
I'm not going to allow you to have contact with Stephen Palacios Cruz. It appears to the court that the grandparents are taking care of the child anyway. And on it,
No, she just reached out.
when you all are riding around with drugs, marijuana, and guns in a vehicle, where was she? With his mother. So basically, you have grandparents who are being parents, and I'm sure they are just devastated with worry whenever your child is along with you two, because you all are doing crazy things and you both have a drug issue and then trying to sell cocaine. Not going to happen in this court. Is Child Protective Services involved? I don't know why they are not, but that's not my call. I can't pick up the phone and call them and tell them, hey, look at these people here who need Child Protective Services in their life. All right, this is what the court.
The courtroom goes quiet as Judge Boyd announces probation. He grants her a chance, but it's loaded with strict conditions, drug tests, community service, and no unsupervised visits with her child. You can sense both hope and disappointment in the air. It's a lifeline, but one that demands she change, not just for herself, but for her daughter.
What it's going to do. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. 6 years deferred adjudication. If she completes everything early, I'll consider early termination.
She's gone a little bit more than the state asked for, but you can get off early if you do everything.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs, tests for levels, do a referral to felony drug court, and a TAP evaluation out of custody. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors.
With who?
With minors. So you're not to have unsupervised contact with your child until you test negative.
That means your mother has to be present while you have the child.
Judge Boyd continues outlining the terms: education, trade school, sobriety meetings, 120 and 120 days. It's a full roadmap for rebuilding a broken life. And yet, his tone stays firm. He's not scolding her, he's warning her that this is her last shot. The stakes couldn't be higher. Would you call this mercy or accountability?
I do see it.
Okay.
See, as I said, the grandparents are taking care of the child. I don't know what's happening with this generation. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. 100 hours will be waived upon completion of parenting classes. The other 100 hours will be waived. I'm requiring parenting classes, but the other 100 hours will be waived if you obtain some type of trade school certificate or complete some higher level of education. There's to be no contact with Stephen, STEPHAN, Palacios Cruz. There's to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days.
Things turn personal again when the judge forbids contact with the child's father. He sees that relationship as toxic and dangerous. His words are blunt but protective. It's not working out for your child. In that one line, you can feel his frustration, not as a judge, but almost like a parent tired of seeing the same heartbreak repeat.
Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, and to follow all TAP evaluation recommendations. There's to be restitution to SAPD for drug testing. Probation, is there anything else? Yes.
Thank
And
you.
then before she has the unsupervised contact, come back to the court to remove that.
Would you consider your contact order at that time also, or
But with
not?
regards to the defendant,
Different?
no,
That's the father of the child. I don't.
yeah, that relationship is not working out for you. And it's, well, maybe it's working out for you. It's not working out for your child.
You understand? Do you have any questions for the judge?
And basically it appears to the court that the grandparents are raising this child anyway.
As the proceedings near their end, Judge Boyd lays down wisdom. Where you are today hopefully is not where you'll be tomorrow. It's both a warning and a message of hope. He challenges her to grow, to rise above addiction, and to finally become the mother her child needs. It's rare to see such a mix of firmness and compassion in one speech.
You all are just fly-by-night people who happen to produce the child. Probation, is there anything else? Okay. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, we can go off the record. I'm going to tell you what I would always tell my clients on the family law side. Where you are today, hopefully is not where you're going to be at the end of everything. Everybody hopefully is working on improving themselves. Do you understand? So you need to work on improving yourself for you and for your child. If your goal is, you know what, I love this Stephen guy, I'm going to ride or die with him, then you need to excuse yourself from your child's life, write her a little letter explaining to her when she's 18 that you chose this man over her and that you're just going to be the fun person who comes in once in a while and gives them a gift. But don't keep breaking their heart by doing the wrong things. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge Matt.
Then comes the final blow, or perhaps the final chance. The judge says, if you choose this man over your child, then excuse yourself from her life. The courtroom falls silent. It's a powerful reminder that love without responsibility can destroy more than it heals. Viewers, what do you think? Was Judge Boyd too harsh or exactly right?